And this has been fun function. Until next Monday morning, stay curious.
Oh, I like your patter. I do like your patter.
But it's like well optimized. I could do that shit in my sleep.
I'm gonna stop recording.
No, don't do that yet.
Oh.
Because I wanna like just do like a little after talk. Like this is basically just behind the scenes and talk a little bit about the meta. But I'm keeping it around for super patrons. As a little thing, like this is behind the scenes, and us just talking about what you and me learned from this recording as YouTubers.
Okay, cool. I mean, for me, one of the really interesting things about watching somebody else code is just how much you take for granted.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know that's a function, right? I know that that's a string.
Yeah.
Because I just do this. I've been doing this for days and days and weeks and whatever else. Whereas for you, it's like, sorry, what is that syntax? Curly braces? Like, especially when you were looking at the inner HTML of the template and you're like, this is crazy. Why am I putting styles inside of templates, inside of shadow DOMs, inside of what is going on? When I'm working with David, it's so good to have him just stop me. Like whenever things that for me are obvious but might not be obvious for the audience. It's so helpful to just have this stopping block to keep you from blazing on. Yeah, because that's the thing. I when I've done it for work, I've had Surma. I don't know if you know Surma. He's basically one of my colleagues, and I have him do the same thing. It's like if I'm coding and you think the audience is not going to get it, let's stop, let's talk, let's kind of go back, because it's so easy to take these things for granted, especially if you rehearsed or something, or you know exactly where you're going. You're just like, I've done this so many times, bye-bye. And that's not all that helpful. Yeah.
Awesome. So I think that this was so fun. This was ludicrously fun to do. I had a blast. I think that this turned very long though. I think that we have 90 minutes of material or something like that.
No.
And it's no, not 90. I think we have an hour. So I think it's post edit. This is gonna be a 50-minute episode or something like that. They always turn I think that's. I'm trying to I think it's gonna be fine because I felt that this was good material. But I'm trying to get them down to breakfast format, which I feel it's 30 minutes or something. But it's so hard to get this live format down to that. It's really tricky.
I've every time I've done a coding video, whether for work or myself or whatever, time flies for me.
Yeah.
And then I watch back on the edit and I'm like, wow, okay, 40 minutes.
Yep.
Interesting. And there's nothing. It's just sometimes it just takes a long time to write good code, or even just code, right? It just takes a while, and there's a lot of thinking that needs to go into it. I just hope it's entertaining all the way through, and if it is, great. I mean, you don't want to cut it out too much, right? Otherwise, it's you may as well just go and clone the repo or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I feel like people, my experience of doing live coding, particularly the ones where I fail, is that people appreciate not only the honesty but also the process that's going into it, the thinking that's behind it. The outcome it's nice, but it's not necessarily the thing that's attractive or interesting, because you may as well just go and read an article, right? You're just trying to buy into how do they think about this problem space.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Because development is to a large degree a sort of weird mindset of I'm gonna get into this problem and blah, 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 and okay, I have no idea what to do, and being a developer is being comfortable with that I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm still going to be able to solve the problem because I have an approach to that situation.
I remember when I used to work in an agency, and a designer started, and he was relatively new, and as new to the whole industry. And he at one point he turned to me and another one of the developers in the team, and he said, "What if the computer wins? What if you can't solve the problem?"
I love that sentence. What if the computer wins?
And I just looked at him dead in the eye, and I just went, "The computer never wins."
Oh my god.
Because
that is so fucking Horatio Kane. Like that character out of CSI that always starts like the episode where like the end of the first segment before the music starts running, he removes his sunglasses and like says something about the evidence. The evidence never lies.
Yeah, it does feel like that, and it should feel like it. Just the idea of giving up when you hit adversity just doesn't fly for me. I just can't wrap my head around that. That doesn't feel right. I don't know. So,
no, I think that's kind of like it's something that I learned at a very early age with Nintendo. Like playing 8-bit games. Like nowadays the games help you a lot, but by like that time, like it was just some games were just like ludicrously hard, and they taught me a very important lesson that even if a boss is like so hard when you start out, like it's just impossible to beat. You have no idea. It just kills you immediately. And you realize like 80 hours later, hammering yourself against this thing, you can beat it. Yep. It's just a matter of just leaning into the problem and just being tenacious as hell.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I think on the other side of that, as you were mentioning that, and you mentioned Nintendo, and I was thinking about Zelda. Have you played Zelda?
Which one?
Then Breath of the Wild, the new one.
No, not the new one.
Okay, it's incredible. But there's this one enemy that you meet early on, which is called a Lionel, and it just destroys you. Because first time you meet it, you're just ill-equipped for the battle.
Yeah.
And you just have to go off and play the rest of the game and kind of come back when you've got the experience and you've got all the, like, you're tooled up, and then all of a sudden you now stand a chance. And I was thinking there is an element of sometimes you've got to win some other battles first before you're like, okay, I got this. But
that is such a good use of the open world mechanic.
Right.
Like I usually hate open world games, but that is exactly how you should be doing it.
I hate open world games too. Generally, they're not my thing at all. I'm much more driving and so forth, and more actiony type things. But I would 100% recommend Zelda. It's just what a game.
Yeah, like I keep hearing this that it is an open world game done in the right way that doesn't punish you. Like I'm a completionist, so I often end up like collecting shrubberies for hours instead of actually doing the interesting main quest.
Maybe for you it's probably not such a good idea then.
Okay, all right. Maybe it's still like it still has the collecting shrubberies problem.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. Maybe I'll try it. All right. I think that oh god, this has been so much fun. I think we can close that off there.
We can. We'll do that. We should do this again though.
We should really do this again. This was fucking amazing. This was so much fun.
Cool. I'm going to stop recording now.
All right, cool.